New tonight at 11, a Metro Atlanta man charged with 4 separate rapes is possibly connected to many more across West Georgia.
The Douglas County District Attorney confirming DNA tied Bobby Lee Hart Jr. to sexual assaults going back more than 30 years. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn broke this story. He's been following it out for you for weeks. Cody's joining us live outside of the Douglas County Jail where Hart is locked up without bond. Cody, the DA coming out today asking for survivors to please come forward.
Yeah, District Attorney Dahlia Racine made it very clear Hart is behind bars, unable to hurt any more women, knowing how tough it is and how hard it is for these survivors to break their silence after all these years. Survivors are calling him the West Georgia monster. Bobby Lee Hart Jr. has been charged in 4 separate rapes, all in Douglasville, between 2012 and 2024. He was arrested August 9th.
Since Hart's arrest, further testing and investigation have revealed that Hart is a suspect in multiple sexual assaults dating back to the early 1990s in the West Georgia region. Some of these developments came from CODIS hits, which means DNA evidence from older sexual assault cases that have matched to the suspect's DNA.
Alleged survivors who feared Hart have also come forward, breaking their silence.
And when you talk about somebody who perhaps was victimized decades ago, who tries to bury it, who tries to not think about it, it can be very traumatizing for these things to come back up.
The DA releasing pictures of Hart spanning over a number of years.
If they did know him, may recognize him as he appeared at different points in time.
She says he used aliases including Maurice, Robert, Kevin, Champ, Meat, and King. Standing alongside her colleagues, the DA assured survivors if they choose to come forward, they'll be supported.
Closing a sexual assault is probably one of the most difficult decisions that a survivor can make, because once they come forward, they are put into this process. And it can be grueling, I'm not gonna lie. But what we can do is we can assure that we will give them the support, the resources, and stand with them as they go through this process.
Of course, one question many people have is how did Hart get away with this for so long? It's something the DA was not ready to speak on today. Her focus right now is building this case against Hart and trying to contact other survivors to make sure they have resources and, again, to let them have their voice be heard after all of these years. She says resources will be available from their team. Of course, a lot of questions still unanswered in this case. We do expect Hart in court next week. Live in Douglasville, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
All right, Cody, thanks so much for staying on top of that.